It's 30 minutes cardio down, head down, daydream about life, and just get on with it. And luckily, Christian Guzman posts 30-minute plus videos, so I'm able just to listen to the video in the background and not having to change the fucking video, because there's nothing worse than having to change a video halfway through your cardio session and you look at the time and it's been 17 minutes, so you know that you've been on for 17 minutes long. So always watch longer videos, and I'll try my best to post some longer videos for you cardio guys out there. But if you're doing your cardio right now, keep going, up the intensity a little bit more, keep pushing it, stay on track, because you can do it. You can do it. You are doing the shit which no one will, not a lot of people will do. If you can up the intensity, if you're just punching about, fucking sort it out. Let's go on with today's video. Refeed day. Guess what day it is today? It is refeed day! 550 gram of carbs, 40 grams of fats, 200 grams of protein. I'm angry as fuck. I don't give a shit. I'm buzzing. I had a refeed yesterday, so as you can see, feeling a little bit more human, a little bit more happier with myself compared to the sluggish shit that I see on most days. It's frustrating because I see a lot of YouTubers saying, oh, I'm fucking this, I'm fucking that, I've been dieting for 12 weeks. Try 22 weeks, motherfucker. Try 22 weeks without having a fucking meal off plan or anything like that, huh? Try it, I dare ya. So aggressive this morning, George, I love it. But sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new around here. If you think I'm a cunt, let us know in the comments down below, it's all good. Majority of the time, people do think that. I don't know, just get on with it. Parking pretty far away from the shop as usual. Tip of the day is park a little bit further away, so you have to get your steps in. You got steps to do today? And just park a little bit further. You actually have to go and walk an extra 200 steps, which is fuck all. 200 steps, 200 steps. That could make you a breaker. That could be a difference between you getting 10,000 and 9,800. Who knows? Of course, and of course, lemon cheesecake. This one is pang. The hardest decision is choosing what cereal to eat. Hard decision. It's literally, I stand here for about 5 minutes looking like, what the fuck can I eat? Has anyone seen the white chocolate Cocoa Pops? Well, not Cocoa Pops, white chocolate Rice Krispies? White chocolate Rice Krispies, something like that. You get them from Asda or anything like that. I've seen them in Asda, I haven't seen them in Tesco's, I can't see them right now. They sell white chocolate Rice Krispies. Mad. So I wonder if they taste peng. I'm not gonna buy them, I'll wait for after prep, but I bet they taste absolutely peng. I think we are gonna keep to the Frosties. We love the Frosties post-workout. These are fantastic. Oh, absolutely lovely.
Oh really? You want a woman to put you in your plate?
Ooh, that's how you should have your toast or your bagels. Golden.
Cheers to our first date talk.
Slightly overdone. Slightly overdone. That is perfect. That, nah. You raise me up so I can stand a mountain. Meal number one. We have 3 of the plain Warburton bagel thins, 300 milliliters of egg whites and 150 grams of mushrooms with 5 grams of mustard weighed on top. I do trap, people go, George, you weigh out your paprika and your cumin, but you don't weigh out your mustard. I weigh out my mustard, motherfucker. That it looks phenomenal. And it smells so good, like the smell of bread is fucking, oh my God, I can't wait for this. I look forward to this so much. Look how big that is. That is huge. That is fucking huge. That's my Scottish impression, by the way. Macros probably be on the screen already. I'm gonna tuck into this. This is gonna be very, very good. I'm gonna split my meals up to about 4 meals per today, so I'm not eating as frequently. It's just a case of just getting it in, if I'm honest with you today. I don't know why I'm standing like this for, fuck knows. Sorry if you have to tilt your head, but one, sitting on my knees right now is not good, because I can feel that right in my quads, especially after doing Stairmaster. I'm of course gonna give you a taste test. I always do every single video. You know it's gonna be good, just for the video, innit? Here we go, moment of truth. We have a bit of egg whites, mushrooms on a bagel, and a little bit of mustard. Mmm. Mmm. This is the happiest I've been in ages. I say this every damn refeed. It's mad what food does to your brain. Like, you go brain dead for so long. Like, food just goes, it just makes you feel so good. Ugh, I just generally don't know what to say. I hope you're enjoying this, by the way. I hope that you enjoy seeing me with a smile on my face and a little bit of mustard on my lip and beard, which I do need to shave, by the way. Look like a fucking tramp. 10 cal jelly choice today is the lemon cheesecake. Now, I've never actually had cheesecake before. Don't judge me. Don't go, oh my God, I can't believe you've never had cheesecake. Just don't judge me. I'm guessing this tastes like cheesecake. If anyone can let me in the comments down below, let us know if this tastes like cheesecake, but little taste test whilst I'm here. I'm hoping it tastes like cheesecake, because if that is the case, then that tastes very, very good. Can't do this one-handed, fucking hell. Mmm. Decaf coffee, decaf black coffee, with the Skinny Syrups mocha, salty caramel mocha. Pang! Absolutely pang. Get yourself down to TK Maxx. People ask me on Instagram, where'd you get that from? And I tell them, watch the damn videos, you'll find out. Oh, fucking that is good. And that, again, puts a little smile on my face. There's plenty of smiling in this video, which is gonna be fantastic. Regarding coffee, let me give you some value quickly. So regarding coffees, I recommend this to my clients, is try and stick to decafs as best you can. Don't get me wrong, coffees here and there are totally fine, no issues at all, but if you're constantly relying on them to get you through the day, you're going to instantly want more of it, and then you end up having 4 or 5 coffees a day, which isn't, you know, is not good. It simply isn't good. So kind of stick decaf, slowly taper down the caffeinated side of things and implement more decaf. Don't just take away caffeine completely, because you'll have side effects like headaches, you'll start feeling like fucking shit, sweating, whatever it may be. But slowly taper it down if you are abusing caffeine. A little bit of advice. Don't have to fucking do it. Who gives a shit? On average, I dropped 0.6 of a pound, which is a big drop for me. Normally, I'm dropping like 0.2, 0.3. Feedback tool, you can make some sort of significant progress within your deficit. So don't automatically assume that you're going to drop numbers, because don't get me wrong, I've said this before, you will drop some numbers, 10 up to 15 again. Always confirm and stop chasing logbook numbers, and it's okay to stay at our weight for, let's say, 3 or 4 weeks. And with social media, with people watching me on Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that, there's a certain pressure, like, I have to do well. So it is that time of day, the pre-workout meal. We're eating our pre-workout a little bit later than planned. Roughly, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I ran out of oats and I couldn't bother to go to the supermarket, so I had to stock up quickly on these little packet oats, which is annoying and frustrating. So I hope there is enough here for me to actually make a bowl of oats. If not, I am definitely heading to the fucking shop. But there's no way I can miss out on this meal. This is, of course, the favorite meal of the day. So luckily we had enough. I've got 2 packets left. That would have been disastrous. I would have been stressing like a motherfucker. So I zero the scales and then I take it over here. I'm using quite a lot of volume in my oats right now. Not gonna lie to you, I use about 800 milliliters of water in my oats. So let's see if I can actually get this on point. 829. I'm getting pretty good when it comes to accuracy, or guesstimating I should say. So I actually get people like message me, or they message me on Instagram with a video of them cooking their oats and tell me, George, how the fuck do you make your oats? I'm sitting here like, it's oats. You put them in the microwave. How hard is it to make your oats? So I'm going to tell you right now what I do. I shove it in there for 2.5 minutes. I stir. I then do another 2 minutes. I stir. I then do a minute, stir, minute, stir, minute, stir, 30 seconds stir, whatever it might be. I always watching my oats, so I'm very much watch your oats and go to the consistency which you like. Very straightforward, not hard at all. People frustrate me sometimes. But that's what you get if you showcase food online and showcase your journey. Be prepared for chunks and chunks of messages of people asking you some fucking basic questions. It's not hard, it's really not hard. Fuck's sake.
I'm going to arrange that for you. Please, and we just do fries today. So Corinne, the last couple of days, I have seen just when I've looked at
So pre-workout is the exact same pretty much on my normal kind of days where I'm not refeeding. 130 grams of whey, 30 grams of whey, Jesus Christ. Could you imagine my arsehole if I ate that? 130 grams of oat, 30 grams of whey. I normally have 20 grams of dark chocolate. I'm now gonna have 10 grams of dark chocolate, which is pretty much just one block of poverty dark chocolate. Gonna get rid of this shit because it doesn't taste nowhere near as good as Lindt. But I don't waste food. I use 85% if anyone gives a shit. That's from Co-op. It's not the best. Gram of pink and salt, and then I'm gonna go to the gym in about an hour or so's time. Yay! Pre-workout treat. Ooh. The amount of people that tag me on Instagram and stuff like that, I should be fucking sponsored by Pepsi. Imagine having a Pepsi sponsorship. That would be unreal. Of course, if you're the real G's, the real people will get the 20% bigger ones, which you can get from either Co-op or Asda. I'll give you advice there. So good. I noticed in my recent videos, I'm actually not wearing my Vibrams at the moment, and I'll show you why. Basically, fuck me feet. Like, I'm gonna show you my feet. If you're eating, I do apologize, but if you can see that, let me give you some good lighting. That is how fucked up my foot was from wearing Vibrams. It got to the point of where I generally couldn't even, I don't know if you can even see it. Can you see that? Yeah, I generally couldn't even walk on that foot. I couldn't even put pressure. Like doing my steps, I was in absolute agony. And don't get me wrong, the Vibrams are great, but they're just fucking up my feet. I think I need to buy some like socks for them. I think you can, I'm pretty sure you can. Wow, they fucked up my feet badly, and I kept wearing them and making it worse. I had to get to the point and tell myself, George, look, stop wearing these Vibrams for a period of time because you're gonna fuck up your feet. So for anyone that is buying Vibrams, all you hear is very good reviews, and they are very good. Like, I would recommend them, but please buy some socks because they are gonna fuck your feet up. Anyway, an hour's gone. I'm gonna go to the gym and we're gonna hit a push session, which I'm very much looking forward to. So hopefully we get a nice little juicy refeed pump. Feeling good today, so I expect to hit some good numbers in this fucking gym, in this gym session. So let's do it. Pre-workout of choice is gonna be these Caffeine Pro tablets from My Protein. Each tablet is 200 milligrams of caffeine, so I'll just have one of these tablets. The reason behind this is not really, there's no real reason. It's just I didn't really want a coffee today because I had that Pepsi Max, and I'll be pissing for England left, right and centre if I have more coffee and as well as the Pepsi Max. For me, it's easier to take a little bit of a tablet. It does take a little bit longer to get into your system, but I would recommend taking this about half an hour, 40 minutes before you actually start training, and it should be in your system by then. You get these from My Protein. They're pretty good, if I'm honest with you. If you don't like coffee or you don't like pre-workouts or anything like that, then give these caffeine tablets a go. Highly recommend. Session looks like this. So we're starting off with an incline dumbbell press, a high incline dumbbell press, dips. We're doing some cuff line raises, yeah, we call it that. Pec fly variation. It all depends on what's free sometimes, because I would want to do a cable, but if the cable isn't free, then I might do dumbbells, or I might do like a machine cable fly, or whatever it may be. Then we move on to a narrow grip dumbbell press, one of my favorite movements for the triceps. Great alternative for a close grip bench press. Give that one a go. We're also going to go onto a dumbbell skull crush. Really like to isolate the triceps with these particular movements. It's not a case of moving weight from A to B here. The compound work is where we focus on the overload aspect of things, and the metabolic stress, like the fluffier movements we like to call it, or those are the movements which I really focus on taking it to full muscular failure, getting as much blood flow as we can into the triceps or wherever it may be. And then we're going to finish off with a higher rep press down and maybe some press ups to finish. Going to tick off my steps post workout as well. I've got like 2,500 steps to do, which I'll do on the treadmill for like 20 minutes for some abs, maybe some calves if I've got time, and crack on. That's pretty much how we're going to do things. Nut is in the motherfucking game. Got my logbook, got my wrist wraps, and we are ready to go. I don't need anything else, do I? No. Let's fucking do this. I'm talking to myself, but talking to you guys at the same time. Nut is in the fucking game. Forget about, I ain't said this in a long while, but forget about your missus. Forget about work, forget about uni, forget about school, forget about just life in general. This is 2 hours or whatever it is for you to focus ideally on yourself and your goals, your personal goals. It's very important. Focusing on yourself for a little bit. Being a little bit selfish. This stuff is all very much good, and I promote it so much. Let's fucking do it. Let's kill it, and let's set some numbers which I haven't done before. What's good, people? Welcome to today's voiceover. I sincerely hope all is okay. If you're still watching 15 or 16 minutes deep into this video, then thank you very, very much. It means the world to me. This session, okay, so what I've been doing actually recently, is, especially on my presses, is I've been doing my higher rep range work first and then my heavier rep range second. I've actually found that I'm getting progressively, I don't know how to word this correctly, but I get better as the sessions or the sets go on. So I actually get stronger like in my second or third set compared to my first set. Now, I don't know why this is. I go through phases in the past of where, you know, my top set has to be my top set and my back off set has to be my back off set, because I generally get weaker throughout the session. But lately, or since being on prep, I've actually got progressively stronger as I get more into the session, which is quite interesting to a certain degree. I would always advise getting a spot on these particular movements, because that first rep is annoyingly hard to get. Something which I've really struggled with is dumbbell work since being in a contest prep phase. I found that my stability, the just movement in general, just, you know, I don't have that synovial fluid which I used to have around those joints that lubricated those areas, and I've been struggling, not gonna lie to you, I have been struggling, but me and AJ both agreed that the dumbbells do provide a benefit. Like the dumbbell work is very key, and it should be programmed in everyone's sessions in order for you to make some sort of significant progress. But just be aware of, you know, weight moves weight, which I've spoken about crazy amounts of times before. I was a little bit disappointed with my depth, or I don't know if it was the angle, it was the depth, but I wasn't happy with the high incline depth which I did on the high incline dumbbell press or shoulder press. I don't go all the way up. The reason behind that is I don't actually I feel it more on a rotator cuff if I actually go really kind of steep with my incline work. So if I have a high incline dumbbell shoulder press, I feel it a lot more in the front delta, and I can gauge some sort of upper pec. Dips here, again, standard bread and butter. One thing I've been able to slightly maintain is my dips. I think these are fantastic in order for you to gain, you know, that detail in the chest, the details in the triceps. I think if you can perform, you know, 60 kilos between your legs and dip, you know, that for a set of 10, you have a fucking good chest. You'll be strong as fuck. Like, get strong at these movements. It's very important. So logbook numbers when it comes to compound work is something which I want all my clients, I want everyone to track, and the goal is to improve these numbers. And then when it comes to movements like this, like the line cuff raise, as you can see here, the goal is all about just metabolic stress, getting as much blood flow into the side delts or into the triceps as best as you can, or whatever it may be, whatever muscle group you're hitting. What I'm thinking about here is, especially with any side raise movement that you do, is think about actually driving through the elbows. No idea what, like, look at my face here, no idea what was going on there, but lead through the elbows when it comes to side raises, and just think about leading and keeping your elbows higher than your wrists. What I'm doing here, on the pec filer machine is I'm actually staying on the fucking muscle. You will see when people start fatiguing, they will begin to move weight from A to B. And what I want you to really focus on is, again, try and imagine bring your elbows together instead of your hands together. So I'm really closing my eyes here, focusing on and staying on the muscle, which is very important, and taking it through the range that it will want to go through. So you'll find that towards the end, you won't actually be able to make it through the fullest range of motion, which is cool. So we're taking it to muscular failure. Another rotation for the narrow grip Smith machine press or close grip bench press, whatever you want to call it, is a narrow grip dumbbell press. I really enjoy these. Now, I don't like locking out on these. I like to really kind of keep constant tension. The stability aspect, if you've never done these before, is very hard to begin with. Here's another view of like the depth and kind of how I'm performing these. But you will kind of, the stability, like I mentioned, is hard to begin with, but as you do it more often, you will get better at these. I like to keep constant tension on these, so you don't see me lock out. Same again with the dumbbell skull crush. I'm taking it for its fullest range of motion. So notice how the dumbbell is going behind my ear, and I'm not locking out. So I'm keeping constant tension as well as keeping my elbow fixed in a position, in the same position. I'm then finishing off with a single arm rope press down, anywhere from 20 to 25 reps here, really trying to force the as much blood into the triceps as possible. I hope you've enjoyed this voiceover. Good session. I'll be lying. A fairly average session. Some numbers dropped on my top sets, which was slightly frustrating, but it just is what it is. Like, I've learned to just accept now that as I'm getting deeper into this prep, the strength is just going to be dropping to a certain degree. Just, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and cry about it like I usually used to back in the day. I still have a little cry here and there. I'm just accepting it. Like, weight moves weight at the end of the day, and if you're getting progressively lighter, you just need to unfortunately suck it up, move on, and just ensure that within your off season you're gonna get strong as fuck anyway. One thing I do actually miss is being strong. Like, I've got to the point now where I just miss like lifting a weight, and it just feels, I can't remember last time I done, I don't know, like a press and it's gone, oh fuck me, that is light today, I'm gonna be hitting a PB. I can't remember the last time I did that. That is one thing I definitely do miss. Whilst being in a surplus, it used to be cool to incline press the 45 kilo dumbbells, and now it's disheartening, you know, I'm pressing the 35 kilo dumbbells for like a set of 8, which is poverty. 66 kilos isn't too bad pound for pound, I guess, but still it's frustrating. It is frustrating at times. Did 20 minutes of incline walking, quite a steep hill walk. I actually broke a sweat, like, believe it or not. I don't know if you can see me, I am sweating a little bit from just the incline walk. Got my 10,000 out of the way, that's good. And now we're gonna eat some post-workout meal, which I'm very excited for. So let's fucking get home and stop chatting a load of shit. So post-workout, best time of the day in my opinion. I'm taking 200 milligrams of magnesium glycerate. I get it from Nutri-Advance if anyone gives a shit. So 2 capsules going down. They're quite big fuckers. I remember when I was a little bit younger, I struggled to actually swallow tablets. I had to practice on Skittles or M&Ms when I was younger because I generally couldn't swallow tablets. I think because I went to the doctors and I had really bad skin when I was younger, believe it or not. They gave me spot tablets to help my skin, and I really did struggle to actually swallow tablets. But now I can just swallow like a handful of tablets and not really give a shit. But anyway, fuck all that. Post-workout, post-workout, 225 grams of Frosties with 30 grams of my Whey isolate chocolate cookies from bulk powders. I'm using almond and unsweetened milk. Just taste test it. I know it's gonna be unfucking believable. I wait so fucking long for this moment. I work so hard, and when it comes, it's so rewarding. However, this is part 1. Part 2 is coming up very shortly, but right now we are gonna both enjoy this together. Just unreal. It's mad what food does to you on prep. Words can't even explain.
I've tried, honestly. I've tried, and you know what?
Of course, the best bit till last, the sip. Look at all that. That was the best cereals ever tasted. Swear down. Part 2. 2 of the bagel thins, the original Warburtons, with a poverty little bit of ketchup that I've squirted over the top. And I haven't tracked it because I don't give a fuck, because I don't care. Guys. Just unreal. Just unreal. They are cooked to perfection as well. I was literally over the toast like this, just watching them. I didn't want to burn those motherfuckers because they were the last 2 that I've had. I ain't going to the shop to get another one. You already know what time it is. It's that final meal of the day. 150 grams of the finest oats. Come on. Doing this one-handed, Christ. Is it not normal? I think it's normal to leave mess whilst pouring oats into a bowl. And there we have it. Look, just look at the texture. Oosh. That, my friends, is what you call perfect oats. It's taken me, you know, years to perfect this, but every time I honestly perfect my oats. For anyone that gives a shit, I use this Japanese style spoon. These are really good. It's like a teaspoon, whatever you want to call it, a tablespoon, fuck knows. But they're just like really long compared to, I don't know. Yeah, pretty mad. Like, I don't know, just like it's just presentation. It just looks fantastic whilst eating your oats. Like just the, yeah, I don't know. Well, of course, people want to know about the teaspoon trick. Of course, it's basic stuff when dieting. You know, more mouthfuls gonna make you feel like you're eating more. That honestly is my refeed done for another 8 days. I love my refeeds. I feel fantastic. Tomorrow I'll wake up feeling really, really good. Probably take some photos in the morning to see how I'm looking like post refeed. I think it's very good to kind of identify, right, this is kind of a carb up for a show. You want to know what you look like in the morning, of course. So all this data that we're collecting is going to be very important when it comes to my show days, because your look is going to be so important on that show day, because you can't afford to fuck up your peaking process, which is very important. So I'll dive into the peaking process as I'm closer to the peak week, of course. AJ will tell you or tell me that, and I'll transition that to you guys. But that's my refeed done. I'm gonna eat this, gonna relax for a little bit, kind of watch some YouTube, wind down, meditate before I go to bed. I do 10 minutes meditation before I go to bed. I actually fall asleep listening to the geezer's voice. That's how relaxing it is. And when he starts speaking, like, you don't speak for 2 minutes because he tries to, of course, you're trying to like focus on your internal mind and all that stuff, bro. That when he doesn't fucking speak, I fall asleep, and then I wake up to his voice telling me to do something else and breathe again or some shit like that. Supplement wise, I'm gonna take my magnesium. I'm also gonna have some support neuromax. Take that about 45 minutes before I go to bed, and then I'm clonked. Rambling here, letting my oats go cold, which I don't want to do. I'll see you guys very, very shortly. Bye, 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 bye. So the pump. I can't even see it. Lights out. Sincerely hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, comment down below. Shoe. These are my Vapor Max Run, if anyone gives a shit. I know people question me about these shoes. These shoes are peng. But yeah, refeed over. 8 weeks or 7.5 weeks out now. I'm very, very excited, very nervous at the same time, but I am fucking bringing it. Anything that you guys want to see, please let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for all the support and love on the videos as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, motherfuckers. Sort your fucking nut out. See you in a bit.